Welcome back to Blastr TV's 1984, the Summer of Sci-Fi Love Fest. I'm Nicki Clyne. We've been talking about the awesome movie summer that blew our minds 30 years ago. Okay, actually, I was too young to have my mind blown since I was just 1, but still.
That whole summer was a pretty great summer. It was the second Indiana Jones, it was Gremlins, it was Ghostbusters, it was Star Trek 3, Last Starfighter was that summer. It was really enjoyable.
I remember Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones is just cool. I love Harrison Ford.
I love me some Harrison Ford, the classic throwback Harrison Ford.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom brings back lots of memories for people. Some of them a bit traumatic.
I remember eating like monkey brains. That really did not make me very happy.
It was probably the most violent thing for an all-family movie. Didn't it create the PG-13?
I really did not like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, but the video game is so awesome that I occasionally will watch it and just scream out, Kalima, Kalima, because why wouldn't you?
Gremlins was a great teaching moment for the class of '84.
And probably the most important thing, don't ever feed him after midnight.
It also gave every kid in America the perfect puppy name.
We had a Chihuahua at that period, and we actually called one of our Chihuahuas Gizmo.
We can't forget about the cult classics. Will Wheaton won't let us.
One of the greatest movies to come out in 1984 was Repo Man.
Wait, but what about Buckaroo Banzai?
If you haven't already seen The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai, you absolutely should watch The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai.
If we blow this today, there ain't no tomorrow.
I thought Dreamscape was a really cool idea, and there's some really cool performances in it. You know, that was when they kept trying to make Dennis Quaid a movie star, and it never quite happened. But they kept insisting that Dennis Quaid was gonna work, and that was a movie where I thought he was the right guy, and it was a cool and a great villain, and it was a great idea.
And then there's the ultimate cult movie, Dune. A movie that even its biggest fans admit isn't very good at all.
Not impossible. I told you he is here now.
I love Dune more than anybody else in the world, but I will also admit that it's kind of a swirling nightmare of like lack of quality.
But when it comes to the summer of '84, all roads lead back to one movie.
I'm closing it. Look at the trap, Ray.
'84, I remember distinctly finding Ghostbusters to be funny, great, and scary. Curiously enough, and there are a couple of moments in Ghostbusters, like the librarian ghost, I found that scary. And when the Gozerian shows up at the end as a Stay Puft Man, it was really, really almost like a kaiju moment.
Mr. Puffy or whatever.
Yes, exactly. He's basically the Michelin Man. Do you remember your reaction to that?
Well, I loved it. I thought it was really funny. What I really loved is it happened in New York City.
Ghostbusters is one of my favorite movies of all time. The first time I ever cosplayed in my life, I cosplayed as a Ghostbuster. And the way I did it was I got like a jumpsuit that belonged to my mom and like rolled up the sleeves and rolled up the legs because I was, a little 12-year-old.
1984 and Ghostbusters was this sort of like crystalline moment for nerds everywhere.
For me, summer of '84 was Ghostbusters. That was the one that I flipped for and got crazy and religious about.
It's kind of in a place all by itself, it's not horror. It's kind of sci-fi, it's kind of comedy. It's sort of a little bit of all those things. And I think it deals with sort of a primal fear that we all have, which is when you're a kid, who's in the closet when they turn out the light. What I didn't realize was 30 years later, I'd still be talking about it and doing interviews and seeing people dressed up in Ghostbuster outfits and that it would have that kind of sustaining quality to it.
That's a wrap on our look back at 1984, the summer of sci-fi. We want to hear from you. What are your favorite films from that summer? What movie would you like to see remade? Head down to the comments below and let us know, or tweet at us using the hashtag Blastr TV. That's it for now. We'll see you back here soon on Blastr TV.